Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am doing a craft with me session. So I am not very good at doing the craft with me session usually because I feel a bit nervous doing one of those, but I am gonna attempt to do one this time. And so I have all of these things all over my desk and it looks really unorganized, but this is how I pretty much start my crafting. So I decided to just share everything with you guys. Now this project that I have in mind has been inspired by two Australian crafters here. And they are, I'm pretty sure you guys all are aware of their channels. One is Alicia from Love Letter Generation and the other one is Tennille. They are the bestie crafties here and they do challenge each other from time to time and they come up with really fun projects. And I was really inspired to try one of their crafty items that they were doing. And I think they were making flag embellishments. So I decided to give that a go as well. Now I think I did try to make something similar before. And I think I didn't use straw when I was making flag embellishment. I used a really thin lollipop type stick. But this time I am going to use my straws and I am going to use, see this jar? So this glass jar is packed with the straws that I have left. I used to have a lot more paper straws but I made some paper straw embellishments last year for Christmas and I really love those as well. But this time I am inspired by Tennille and Alicia to try the paper straw flag embellishments. And I'm going to craft Christmas theme. So I got the paper straws out. I also got a bag of some word sentiments related to Christmas. I also have this bag here filled with some fussy cut images of pattern paper. I also have like bits and pieces of different ephemeras in here. I'm not sure how much of these I will get to use, but I am going to start off by sharing my base creation for the flag embellishment. And I am just going to glue with you guys. So I have these holographic ones. I have this green and white one. I also have, I think I only have one of this left, the green and the white and the red stripe. And I also have this one here. Now, I think you can make these flag embellishments small as you want or big as you want. But I have decided to cut the straw in half. So that's what I did. So I pre-cut some of these and I have a drawer next to me down there, IKEA drawer, that has some scrap papers in there. I recently moved all of my scrap papers into my second drawer. So it's easy access for me. And from that drawer, I got some bits of papers out that were already in strips because I like to save all of my scrap papers as much as possible. And then from the box that had these Christmas bits in it, I also found some more Christmas related border strips and things like that. So I have put them all on my desk. So I think my glue gun is ready now. So I am going to just glue away and start by making the base of the flag embellishment. So this one here, I think I must have used the top quarter of it on some other project. So instead of cutting this down to half, I'm just going to leave it. And I have this, I think this was from the Hey Santa collection, I can't remember. But that top part there is the part of the border strip. And I did not tear that away. You can do that if you want to, but I think the color there matches this paper really nicely. So I'm going to keep it as it is. So the idea is that you can use fat strips or thinner strips. It's entirely up to you. I didn't really want to measure my strips, so I kind of went with what my eye was telling me to cut. So I think I like crafting that way instead of being so precise in measuring, oh, it's going to be 1-inch strip for every single flag embellishment, you know, that kind of thing. So this one is a bit of a wider one, and I want to use it on this pink one. So I am going to glue it down. Now, if you go look at Alicia's video, she actually stitched all around her strips of paper, but I really am not in the mood to do that, and I feel like that's going to take so long for me to do that, and I really want this crafting session to be like super fun, relaxed, easy time for me. So I am not going to do any stitching. I am using my glue gun to just glue down. I do think it's really important to put the glue closer to the straw so that you are able to press it down like this and have that happening. See how I've there's not much gap between the paper straw and the paper? Like, you don't want the paper to be sliding down. So you do need to put glue quite closer to the paper straw, and then maybe another one over here. So I got one part. Now this could be finished as it is, as a base, and then I can add on some other bits of ephemeras and lace or trims or more pom-poms or sequin stuff and all sorts of things. But I am going to add another strip of this one. Now this was a piece of strip paper from one of the Coomera Christmas collection. So I want to add that to the bottom. Now I'm going to leave a little gap there. So let me just place my paper strip a little bit low, and then I will add my glue there. And then I will close it off. Okay. Okay, so hang on a minute. I think I need to add a little bit more glue onto the paper straw as well, quite close, so you know it doesn't slide down. Okay. So I am pushing it. So the glue will ooze towards the paper straw, and it will hold the paper and make sure they're on it. So there's my first flag embellishment base. Okay, this is, remember, I am starting off with the base. Now I like to have all of the bases usually made before I start adding things on top. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now with this holographic one, I cut it down to half. So I have some different strips. Now let's see, I have this blue one. Now, because it's a Christmas one, you normally think of traditional Christmas to be like greens and the reds, or you can do pastel. But sometimes it's not a bad idea to add different colors. Like if you like blue, you can add blue strips as well. So I found this one. I also have some minty color strips. I have this type of blue strip as well. And I also have this as well. So I'm just going to go with what my head is telling me to do, and let's see how many flag embellishment bases I am going to make. So let's start off with, let's do the holographic one. Now let's see, do I want, oh yeah, I could do that. And also, if you want the base to be covering the front and the back, then you make sure to cut the strip a little bit longer. But if you want to, you can also just keep it like this, you know, like fold a little bit to the side so that you just have, hold on, gotta do it the other way. So it's like that. Because when you're adding things on top, it's gonna get thicker anyway. So you don't have to make sure that it's like equally covered on the back and the front. Because if you do that and your strip of paper is a bit shorter, then you are gonna end up with a smaller base. But that's okay too. You can have lots of smaller size base. Doesn't mean just because you're making a flag embellishment, doesn't mean it has to be like really wide and make sure that it really replicates the flag. It's just an idea. So, do I want it short like that? I'm not sure. I think I want it a little bit wider. So I'm going to keep it like that. And then I'm going to open up the strip, add the glue. Now I got my water cup next to me so that if my throat becomes dry, that I can drink water as well. Because my throat does become dry when I talk too much. So I told my kids to be really quiet. I said, Mommy's doing a video. So, because it's like, we just had dinner, and after dinner, they usually like to do their gadget anyway. So I said to them, Mommy's going to do videos, so you're going to have to be quiet. And they're being good. Today's Friday here in Australia, so they are very happy that it's the weekend. So there's that. And then I think I want to add maybe this. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I can add this underneath. I think it's going to be fun. So I am going to open the strip of paper, add glue there, add glue here. Remember, you're working with glue guns, so make sure not to burn yourself. I think if you have a much stronger glue, I'm pretty sure you don't have to use a glue gun, but at the moment I'm in search of a really good glue, so I'm going to use this. I think I have found a glue that I want to try to buy. I think it's called the Eileen's Tacky Glue, so I'm going to try to find one real soon. I know which shop I can get it online as well. Now, once you glue it and there's a bit of paper sticking out, you can always chop it. And also, you don't have to leave the base like this. If you want the edge to be like the fishtail banner, you can cut the triangle out as well. But I'm just going to keep it simple, nice and simple. So there's my second base. Let's do another one using the mint and the white. Now this is actually from one of the Doodlebug Christmas papers, and I think this paper is a couple years old, and I must have saved a rectangular bit of it because I really loved the pattern. I think I really liked it because of the gumdrops on there. I should try to really find that paper pad again and maybe get another one because I liked it so much, I guess. But I don't even know what it's called. I can't even remember. So, but maybe I might be able to find it. But, you know, in Australia, Doodlebug paper pads aren't always available. And sometimes if they are, they can be really pricey. So I try not to buy the Doodlebug ones too often unless I really, really love it. So there's that. That color there, the background of that pattern paper matches this stripe really nicely. Now I want to add something else to the bottom. You can go completely different and add some pink. See, like that? And the reason why you can add pink is that because in this pattern paper, there are pinks, there's greens, there's even some blues, and there's some brown, the gingerbread. So I can go either way. I can pick out the pink from there and add pink, or I can go this brown gingerbread pattern color as well if I wanted to. Like that. But I am really liking the brightness of this pink, so I'm going to go with this pink. Okay. See, this is not a Christmas pattern paper. So just because you're making a Christmas embellishment doesn't mean you have to stick with Christmas papers, you guys. Remember, we all have a lot of scrap papers lying around. So I really think it's important to also utilize your scraps before the scrap pile gets too big. Well, at least that's what I like to do. And I feel really satisfied when I do get to use my scrap papers. I feel like I've achieved something really amazing when I do that. So I'm going to leave this one like this. Okay, so there's another base done. Let's do another one. I'm going to do this one this time. And I have these sets of paper that I actually want to use. This is from another DCWV Christmas paper. I really do like the Santa on here. I think the straw was a bit short, so I'm going to keep it like that. So let's add the glue close to the straw and then fold. Okay. So you squeeze like this to make sure that the paper is on the straw. Now, if you don't have paper straws available, have a look at what other similar things you have in your stash that you can use if you want to make the flag embellishment. It really does not need to be paper straw, but I think the fun of using the paper straw is that it comes with the colors that can really go nicely with the pattern paper. But in my jar, I also have this plastic rod stirrer. I think maybe Kathy gave this to me from Kathy's Favorite Things. Can't remember, but I love this rod. I really do. I wish that it wasn't the XO, so one day I might cover the XO with something else. So if you have something like that, you can use that too. And also I have like these wooden teaspoon. I was even thinking I could even alter these, you know. So whatever you have around you, just have a look and see what you can do with it. Now here I did make a mistake, and the top part and the bottom part isn't really covering nicely, but honestly, don't chuck out this kind of thing because we're going to be putting on ephemera or different die cut shapes on it anyway, so that bit's going to be covered. So I am not bothered at all. So I'm going to go with, because the paper straw has greens, that's why I decided to go with this green stripe, this pattern paper, and I'm going to put that underneath. Okay. All right. Now remember, I told you guys I don't really do a lot of craft with me because I feel really nervous, but for some reason this evening I'm actually feeling okay about it, which is kind of a good thing. But I probably still won't be doing a lot of craft with me because the video can be pretty long, but I really feel like doing it this way, so I'm doing this. Okay, so there's that. So there's another base. Let's do another one with the holographic, and I want to try to use this. This was another doodle bug paper that I really loved, and I really should use this to enjoy it. Let's start off with the gingerbread paper, gingerbread home paper. I love gingerbread houses. I really do. Okay, let's put the glue there and push it down so that the glue and the paper is together with the straw. Okay, and then the rest you do need to glue it. So the rest of it, you can really just use normal glue because the rest of it is just paper being glued together with another paper. So you can do that. But I've got my glue gun on, so I'm just going to do it with my glue gun. So what can I do with this brown? I can really add any type, any color stripe at the bottom because the gingerbread pattern paper only has brown. So I can add any color that goes with the brown. I could even do that, but I'm not going to. Let's see what other stripe of paper I have. I have this one. Now this one is from Maggie Holmes. See, I can even add this if I wanted to, like this, because it goes nicely with the brown. But maybe not. Let's see. Or maybe I will go with another gumdrop paper underneath. Or I can use the other side, which has the spotty dotties. I could do that. You know what? I might go with the spotty dotties underneath it. Bit sad that I'm covering up the gumdrop paper bit, but, you know, it really doesn't matter. I really like this spotty dotty underneath the gingerbread home color, so I'm just going to do that. And remember, the gap between the two stripes, the two strips of paper, that is entirely up to you. You do not have to have strips of paper base like this. If you want to use a wider strip of paper, you can also do that. You do not have to have two different strips of paper, pattern paper like this, like how I'm doing. But that's what Alicia did and Tennille did, so I am doing that too, because I was inspired by them, and I did tell them that I was going to try with the Christmas. And I am really having fun at the moment, which is really great. And I'm so happy I am using my strips of paper. So let's do another one, this holographic one. Holographic, or do I want to go with this? No, I'll go with the holographic. See, this is another example. This is not a Christmas paper. I just love this strip of paper that I could not chuck it out. It's not big enough to do many other type of crafting with, but if I'm making embellishments, I can certainly make use of it. See? So this one, I'm going to keep it wide so that you can see all of the gold foiling. So I'm going to keep that. And maybe this one will just have one pattern paper instead of two pattern paper strips. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. And of course, I am going to embellish the top part of the paper straw and maybe even the bottom. But I'm thinking I'm going to just do the top for these. I have a bag of heart crochets as well, crocheted heart. Look at all these beautiful hearts. I got gifted these, and I even won some from Beck here in Australia, who I've entered her challenge, and I won the second prize, you guys, from the Pink Papery. And she had many crocheted hearts in there as well. And before I won her second prize, she also sent me a really nice Happy Mail, and it had some crochet hats in there as well. So now I have a bag of it, you guys. I am like so lucky to have these because, you know, these are time consuming to make. And I am thinking of using some for my flag embellishments, and I think it's going to be really great to layer with it as well. So I'm going to leave this one like this as is, And now I probably need to put another glue stick in. So I'll do that. And let's work with this one here. Now this one, I am going to use the center and maybe a blue color. No, not the blue. Maybe I will start off with this one. Shall I? Yeah, I'm going to. Yep, I'm going to use this. So you guys, if you are, following what I'm making, you can easily, go back to the beginning part of the video and go find yourself like paper straws and strips of paper, and then maybe like put it together and start watching my video again, kind of thing. So that it feels like we're crafting together. So I've got that one done, and I am going to add maybe this one. Now this paper, I clearly remember, I think it was Sally that gave it to me for my 1-year YouTube celebration and Christmas giveaway that I had a long time ago now, because this year it was my 2nd year of uploading video anniversary. And I remember that these were so unique, and I think they were from the Authentic paper company. And you guys, I really adore Authentic papers so very much, but I am not willing to pay the price that the Australian craft companies are selling them for. It is really high. It's like crazy. And sometimes when I see like American, like a lot of the crafters I watch, and they go to Tuesday morning and they find like Authentic papers at a really bargain price, and I'm like screaming in my head, oh my gosh, how is it possible? But yeah. But anyway, so when Sally sent me some of the winter scene, I can't remember what that was called, but that was really like, it was like a modern mixed with the vintage style, and that was just so nice. And I used majority of the paper bits that she sent me in my Christmas journal that I made, and I realized I didn't even get to share it with you guys. Maybe I will do a flip through of what I made last year in my video. But this one, I'm going to keep it like this. Now, when you look at this color, it's got nothing to do with the Christmas, but it really doesn't matter because I am working with the colors. I have my flag embellishment base, and I can add things on top of it, and it's going to turn into a Christmas flag embellishment. So I think I have done enough for my part 1. So I am going to stop here for you guys. So let me share the bases that I have made. Look, I have done this one, this one, this one, and this one with the gumdrop. And I have done this one with a gingerbread. Oh my gosh, the glue gun string is all over me. And I have done this one with a Hey Santa one. So these are my embellishment bases. Now I do have more, as you guys can see. So off the camera, I am going to probably make some more. And I will be back to decorate it with you guys. So I will stop my camera here for now. Thanks for spending time with me. Thank you. Bye.